All right, guys. So I've been wanting to make this video for a little while now. I'm excited to show you guys my swing trading portfolio on Robinhood. And the special thing about this video is that this is the very beginning of the portfolio. As you guys can see here, we're just going to just jump right into it. I have $4,700 right now in the account, I guess with everything combined. I am currently down on DogeCoin, and I literally just bought Shopify the other day along with Shib Inu like around this morning. So overall, this is like the very beginning. There's not much to show, but I did want to go over just like my plans for the future and where I think this account can go to by next year. But in order to do that, I do need to also just like break down like my finances in general, like everything I have going on, so you guys can get the bigger picture later on by the time like next year comes around. All right, guys, so real quick, just a little bit about me. I currently make around $50,000 to $60,000 a year depending on like overtime. So I guess that kind of equates to like 22 to like 25 an hour. When I work overtime, I get paid time and a half, so it's like about $32 an hour. And I do try to work that as much as possible. So realistically, after taxes, I guess if you like break it down, I guess I'm pulling in around $40,000 after taxes. So not too bad. I do live at home at the moment. I'm only 22 years old, so this is the start of something special, I believe, like with this portfolio. Because while this is my swing trading portfolio, the goal is to be able to make money off of this and invest that money back into other things like my main portfolio for stocks, like long-term holds and like ETFs and stuff like that, mutual funds. That's going to take a little while. I'm actually doing that on Fidelity, but I'm not ready to show you guys that yet. So until that's like kind of being built up, for now I'm going to show you guys the Robinhood account, which I hope to get to at least $10,000 within like the next couple of months. But yeah, we're going to start off with DogeCoin. I only have 3 assets in this account right now. The first one is DogeCoin. As you guys can see here, we are actually down $2,000 on DogeCoin. I actually bought this all the way back during the pandemic or like a little bit afterwards. And as you guys know, DogeCoin had a huge spike. I actually brought in way cheaper than my average price right now, which is, I think it's like, yeah, 25 cents. So my average price is 25 cents. When I originally bought DogeCoin, my average price was about like 6 cents. However, I sold out too early, ended up not making like a lot of money off of it. And then I bought back in at 25 cents or like probably even 30 cents back then. And I've been averaging down slowly but surely. But eventually I kind of just like stopped trying to average down and just leave it how it is. And my goal for Dogecoin is I want to at least see 50 cents. I can definitely see a world where we have a $1 Dogecoin. Not going to lie to you guys, but I'm pretty good with like 50 cents on Dogecoin. I might sell it at that point, just, like let it do whatever it does. As you guys know, the markets tend to go into like this little cycle where like it'll have a huge spike and it'll come back down, and it'll spike again. So, we'll see what happens with Dogecoin. I'm not giving up on it. As you guys, I'm going to hold this for the rest of my life. If I lose the $6,000 that I have in Dogecoin, oh well, it is what it is. I'm going to hold this basically forever until it hits 25 cents or more. Feel me? So now that we got that out the way, let's go back to like the main page and boom. Just want to break down Shib. This is honestly just going to be like a quick trade. I only have $100 in it. I do plan on adding more. My average cost is 0.0002475, whatever number that is. So I have over 4 million Shib Inu. That is absolutely insane. I could definitely see like a 1 cent Shib Inu, because if you guys know how this thing goes, like it shoots up like out of nowhere. And if you guys don't know, the Doge dog had died recently, rest in peace to him. So I do see like a kind of like final push coming for him, or like if it hasn't come already, it happened a few days ago. So I mean, I'm still waiting. Might not come anytime soon, but I can definitely see something like that where like the coin just shoots up or something. I could definitely see this meme coin at least 1 cent. And please keep in mind, guys, these are meme coins. Like, these shits have no value whatsoever. So please do not go in thinking that you're actually making a smart investment. This is just more so like me going with like what's happening in today's day and age. As you guys can see, stocks like this or like coins like this just like 100% randomly. So there's a good chance that it might happen again. So that's why I did it. But overall, this is not the type of investment that you keep for like the rest of your life. All right. All right, guys. And last but not least, the first stock that we actually have for the swing trading portfolio is Shopify. Now, I bought Shopify kind of for like two reasons. I was stuck between buying Starbucks or Shopify, but I ended up going with Shopify. The main reason is because it actually had a recent drop. So yeah, Shopify recently just had a drop. If we break it down, you got to kind of go by like time frame to time frame. So for the last week, as you guys can see, it's only been down 2%, which is not bad. However, if we look at the last month, it's been down 18%, which is, kind of like a big deal. And if we go even further to 3 months, it is down 25% over the last 3 months. And if we go year to date, same thing, 25%, right? But if we go to the 1 year chart, it's only down 4%. So it's not down too much from last year. However, the point is that because we had a recent drop, I can definitely see it going back up and filling in that negative 25% and going 25% more further. So I could see this going from down 25% to up 50% basically, which is why I'm like, okay, this is a good investment. And if you look at the 5-year chart, as you guys can see, up 111%, which is great. So yeah, that's pretty much like the main reason why I took Shopify. I saw that it had dropped 25%. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm all for buying the dip. That's what you're supposed to do in the stock market, So I bought the dip, and hopefully it doesn't dip down too much further. And if it does dip down further, I might add some more money into it. But other than that, though, we're just gonna see where this goes. I do plan on adding more money to it. Right now, I only have $285. So hopefully I can get this up to like at least 500. I'm gonna buy like a couple more shares. But besides that, though, like the other reason why I bought Shopify is just because Shopify is a up and coming company. Obviously, it's been around for a little while, but the whole business model of Shopify makes a lot of sense to me, like from what I understand. And I could definitely see it like rising up in the future, like in no time. Long story short, if you look at the about section for Shopify, you guys have definitely used Shopify in the past. If you guys bought something online in today's day and age, basically it's just like a website that like kind of like connects businesses to clients. It's really just a website where you could put your online shop on there, and then people can buy stuff from your shop and you can make money. So they're literally just the middleman, like they help you make a platform. I've used Shopify in the past, not only to like buy stuff, obviously, but also to, try and start drop shipping and also selling things. If I was to start getting into like selling products or something like that, I would use Shopify. It doesn't matter if it's a digital product or if it's a physical product, I would get into using Shopify. If I was to, use some type of like online platform to sell something, I would use Shopify. So that is why I decided to put my money, into them, because I see that they can be valued way more than where they are at now. Right now, they're only at $57 a share. I could definitely see them being worth like $100 a share, $150 a share, or more, because their platform is actually very, very useful. And today we're living in this world where like we're getting way more creative people out there in the world, way more people who are designing things and want them to be sold to other people around the world. And the best way to do that is with Shopify. Their UI is seamless. I've used them before. Like I said, if I had to make a business, I'm making it through Shopify. Obviously, when you get higher up into the business world, you probably would move on from Shopify, move on to like your own service that you use to like buy and sell things. But for the small business and the medium-sized businesses, like it says here in the about section, Shopify is the way to go. So that is why I'm extremely confident in this pick. I picked them over Starbucks, but I will tell you guys a little bit about Starbucks and why I personally think that they're a good buy, and I'm gonna go for them next time I load up the account. All right, guys, so we're looking at Starbucks here now. They're currently worth $78 a share, basically $79 a share. Long story short, I just look at Starbucks, I'm just like, okay, I live in New York, and there's a Starbucks on every single corner. There's a Starbucks everywhere. Like every single where you go, there's a Starbucks. And the Starbucks line is always long. Like there's always people in there. It's not like the Starbucks is just empty. And honestly, I think that Starbucks holds themselves back because they're not open for longer hours. Every time I see a Starbucks on every corner I go to, it's packed, And if you can only do something like that, you can only own that much real estate in New York and just own that many stores if you're actually doing well. And Starbucks is doing well. And if you have a stock like Chipotle, which can go up to $3,000, Chipotle is worth $3,000. That is absolutely insane. If Chipotle can do that, when not saying that they don't deserve it, because it is really good food, despite what's going on with them right now too. It's a whole big thing with like fast food right now. But you know, if Chipotle could be worth $3,000, then Starbucks damn sure can be worth $3,000 or more. I don't know if they ever did like a stock split in the past. I don't really do too much research on it. I'm just going based off like the companies that I like, trying to keep it as like simple as possible. I know for a fact that Starbucks is going to keep going up. It would be very hard for a company like Starbucks to actually go out of business. Like they would have to do something completely insane for them to lose a lot of customers. I'm just looking at it from like a business point of view. Like I see so many people going into Starbucks. I see people literally like addicted to this stuff. There's a Starbucks on every single corner. It's like there's people who literally cannot go through their day without ordering their Starbucks first thing in the morning. So if you have a company like that, you could be damn sure I'm going to put my money in it. And this is going to be the next stock that I buy. If we look at the year-to-date charts, you guys can see they dropped down from $100 to $75, which is perfect. I will look into why this happened, but overall, I don't really care. I'm just going to put my money in. The 5-year chart is a little sketchy because if you guys look for the last 5 years, they haven't had any real movement. While they did, spike up to like $120, they went right back down to to $78. So over the past 5 years, if you would have bought this stock 5 years ago and just held it, you would only be up 65 cents, which is not good. Per share, you will be up 65 cents, which is not good. But overall, max all time, Starbucks went from little less than like $5 a share all the way up to $78 a share. So, at the end of the day, my goal for Starbucks is to buy it as soon as possible. And then from there, hold on, let me go back to it. I want to buy Starbucks as soon as possible. And then from there, I'm going to look for one of these spikes, as you guys can see in like the all-time chart. So from 2018 to 2019, from June 2018 to August 2019, as you guys can see, there was a big spike followed by a dip. Back in March 2020, that was during the pandemic, so you can't really blame them for that. After the pandemic, just like all other stocks, they rose up all the way to basically their all-time high, which is $121. They dropped down from that, which was expected because that was a big push for the whole market. And then they started rising up again to like around $100, but then they fall right back to this $70 range. So who knows? Maybe I could get it for even cheaper than the current price right now, $78. Maybe it'll go down to like 75-ish, and then, that would definitely be a definite buy. But I'm more than comfortable buying Starbucks for around $80 and like at least letting it go up to like $120, $150. And then from there, probably selling it there and just moving on with the trade. So I don't know how long that would actually take. It could take, more than a year. I'm assuming it might take more than a year, but this is a good stock that I want to hold for, a long period of time anyways. All right, guys. And the last stock that I want to jump into, very, very soon is Tesla. And Tesla is very interesting because on one hand, from the outside looking in, I don't own a Tesla, but at the same time, I live in New York and I see how big of a impact Tesla has had. They're opening more and more Tesla shops. You see more and more Teslas on the street. There definitely is a lot of them on the streets of New York, but it's a known fact that owning an electric vehicle, especially like a Tesla, is very hard to do in a city like this. And not all places are having the same problems that a big city like New York is having. Like, for example, Tesla headquarters is in Texas. I'm pretty sure, I'm just assuming here, there is probably chargers everywhere in Texas, superchargers. Like the convenience for having an electric car there is probably way different than having one in New York City. You have a lot of people who live in apartments here in New York and they don't have access, charge their car from, their house. They can't because they literally live on the 13th floor in a building. You have people who they can only charge their car at a supercharger or, a regular charger. And don't even get me started on the regular chargers, right? Because those can probably take 2 hours or more from what I've heard, at least. I don't own one, like I said. I'm just speaking from the outside. But even the superchargers, the Tesla superchargers, those can take 30 minutes minimum to charge. And it's okay, if you go to a charger, you literally need to have something else planned to do while you wait. Like you need to bring a book with you, or like you need to, watch Netflix in your car, but you can't replace the convenience of just going to a gas station, at least not yet. Going to a gas station, yeah, you still have to wait around like 5 minutes to fill up your tank, but you're done in 5 minutes, and you can go however many miles, 200 plus miles, wherever you need to go. With Tesla, is like you got to wait 30 minutes to an hour to charge your car before you can even get moving. Year to date, Tesla is down 28%. If we look at the overall 1 year chart, they're only down 4%, which is actually really good. Because that means that, okay, they had a big push towards the end of the year. If it was showing me correctly, yeah, it had a big push towards the end of the year, and then boom, now it dropped down, but it's not too far down from where it was a year ago. So we could definitely at least get like a 50% push on Tesla if I was to invest now. And if we look at the 5 year chart, as you can see, Tesla has the potential to get to over $400. Tesla has had a few stock splits, so and it has dropped down before in the past. Dropped all the way down to $113. This would have been a great buy for anybody. But yeah, at $175, I do see Tesla being like a decent buy. Has been on a little bit of a downtrend for like the past year, or like around the past year. But I think that Tesla is definitely going to be worth it in the long term. Yeah, some Tesla news coming out. I don't really care about that. But the point is, those are the two stocks that I'm actually going to be looking at. And I'm going to go ahead and actually make the list right now. What emoji should we use, guys? All right. How do we add something to here? Fuck it. All right. So we're going to add Tesla to this one. Save changes. Then we're going to go to Starbucks. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add Starbucks to the list. And boom. By the time I make the next video, these are the two stocks that I should have in my portfolio unless something else happens. Other than that, by the time next video comes around, we're going to have a few more stocks added to this list, and we're going to see what happens from there. But should I actually add the stocks that I already have in there? Or should I make a separate one? Okay, yeah, we're going to leave this for like the ones that we're looking at. And even though I do have my portfolio right here, I guess we'll make a separate one for like the stocks that we're actually in at the moment. So yeah, that's basically it for the video. Sorry if this was a little bit too long. I'm gonna try and cut it down as much as possible. But yeah, this is the start of something amazing, guys. We currently have $4,000 in here, close to 5,000. But by the end of the year, I want this number to say at least $10,000 or more. So I believe that we can do it. I'm going to keep you guys updated along the way, tell you guys what stocks I'm buying. You guys can check that out in my Telegram in the description down below. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you, and I'm going to see you guys soon. Hopefully this is at $10,000 or more. But yeah, peace.